Hello, hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I am your host, John Harris, and today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have Solitary. They have a new album called The Truth Behind the Lies, which is released on October 23rd. Right now, I'm being joined by Rich to share some more information about what is the truth behind these lies, why there's a spawn of hate. Is the spawn of hate the truth that's behind the lies? Stay tuned. We're going to chat about these things. So, Rich, welcome to the show.
Thanks, John. Good to speak to you. It's been a while, a couple of years, I think, isn't it? Last time we spoke.
Yeah, I could look it up right now, but while I'm looking that up, what's happened over the last couple of years that led to this release?
Well, I think when we last spoke, we were just about to do the Bloodstock Festival in the UK, and I think we just released an EP, the 25th anniversary EP, the XXV EP. So basically, I think I sort of said last time that we were due to go back into the studio to record the new album and look for a new record label. So we kind of did that in the October-November time of 2019, and then sort of it was recorded and mixed in. Well, the vocals were done and it was all mixed in January 2020, and then we just went searching for a new label, and we got a deal with a German label called Metalville. We're based in Cologne in Germany, so and then they put it out last October 20th, 23rd, I think you said. So I don't know, it's nearly a year ago now. It's tough to remember.
Yeah. Okay, that's very cool. One of the things I was going to ask is if a label was releasing this record, because that information didn't come across my desk. So, this album, The Truth Behind the Lies, is being released with the label that you mentioned?
Yes, it's out. It's been out for the best part of a year now. It came out last October.
You know, I've got 2020 written right here, but for some strange reason, because it's Rocktober right now, I thought it was Rocktober 23rd of this year coming up, but you're right.
No, it's been out a year now, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
It's been the year.
Okay. Yeah, I was just checking the post, and why is it telling me? Anyway, sorry about that. August 13th, 2019 was when I last had you guys on.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Very cool. So that's episode 458 for anybody listening in who wants to check that episode out. I know sometimes it's a little wonky. We changed providers over that time frame. So some of the episodes, they told me all the episodes would still be available, but that was a lie. Speaking of the truth behind the lies, Rich. But if you can catch it, episode 458, we chatted, which was very cool stuff. Now, take us to this record, The Truth Behind the Lies. What did you guys set out to create with this record?
I think we wanted to do something different from the previous one in terms of the material that was on it. So we definitely went for sort of longer, more involved songs than maybe we'd had on the Diseased Heart of Society. In terms of sort of lyrical content, really, we were writing the riffs, and I was just sort of coming up with the ideas for the lyrics on the fly almost, so we complete a new song, and I think, right, I've got to write some words about this, and I've kind of over time I'll just sort of capture lines, etc., on my phone, or ideas, and then I just sort of look through those, when a song came, and I thought, that bit might work, or this bit might work, but it's all kind of based on sort of being positive, about life and everything, and making sure that whatever opportunities you get presented, you grasp them and do the best that you can. There's a couple of songs on there about not really mental health but anxiety, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm lucky I don't suffer from anything like that, but I know people who do, and how it's become very prevalent now in today's society, and about how how I'm lucky not to have to deal with it, but other people really struggle with it. So there's a bit of that, and then there's just the straight out, all ahead sort of nasty thrash stuff as well. So that's the kind of vibe we've gone with, really.
Okay, very cool. Now, something you mentioned there was obviously some anxiety, which is obviously on the rise for this last almost 2 years, and thankfully, you mentioned you haven't had to deal with it. But anybody close, and were they able to work through it? Do you know how they did so?
I mean, obviously, with my job, my normal day job and stuff, I work with people, so we do have people who suffer from anxiety and depression. So yeah, I mean, they get help and everything, but it's that sort of debility. You kind of, if you don't suffer from it, you sort of take normal everyday life for granted. Stepping outside the front door is not a problem really, but for people who do suffer from that, it's about one of the songs is about how you cope with that. And then for some people, it can end up with quite disastrous consequences. They end up living on the streets, etc. So that's kind of what we tried to depict with the video that we released for the song Catharsis, which is what that song's about really. The sort of homeless plight in the UK.
So it's a problem that's gone up in the UK?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's probably been better in recent years. In the last sort of 18 months, because the government's had to house everybody due to the coronavirus pandemic, etc. But yeah, it's definitely been on the rise, and I think there's definitely been some dubious quoting of figures, etc. From the government's perspective. They've been sort of like not entirely honest about the number of people who are homeless, etc. So, yeah, it's quite a grim state of affairs, really.
Yeah, I'm watching the video right now, and I can see opening up. We have. Is this an actor? Somebody that you guys found to depict homelessness?
No, it's just stock footage that you can use. It's royalty-free footage. So yeah, I'd like to say we had an actor, but no, we didn't. We haven't got those kind of budgets. So. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of depicted it really well, I felt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually incredible. So what you guys did is went and filmed yourselves and then cut together some stock footage?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, everybody listening in who wants to check out that music video, down below the episode in today's show notes, wherever you're listening, Spotify, Apple Music, watching on YouTube, seeing how incredibly good-looking, almost unrealistically good-looking we are, can check out solitary.org.uk. That link will be available for the band's website, as well as music videos off of the record, The Truth Behind the Lies, Catharsis. And that music video is available, as well as the latest addition to the team, Spawn of Hate. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's 4 videos we've released so far from the album. So there was Abominate, which was like a lyric video, and that has some footage from the Bloodstock show in 2019. And then the next video was I Will Not Tolerate, which is the opening track off the album. Then we did Catharsis, and then Spawn of Hate is the latest vid that we released, I think about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and that's kind of your archetypical sort of like thrash video. That's just us playing. There's no other footage. It's just us, sort of going for it, almost in a tongue-in-cheek kind of 80s sort of way, like the old German thrash videos and the Bay Area stuff. We just thought, let's just have some fun. So I think that's come across quite well with that one.
Mm-hmm. And then I Will Not Tolerate. I'm speculating with the footage that's spliced in. This is about what we'll refer to as civil unrest that has presented itself over the last
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, when we were writing the lyrics, when I wrote the lyrics for that, I had a different set of lyrics altogether. But the sort of I Will Not Tolerate chorus kind of remained. But yeah, it is about that sort of unrest and about people taking a stand and sort of saying, well, enough is enough, sort of thing. So that was the idea. But again, the lyrics for that really, they just came together quite quickly once I got the idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you say that there's an overarching theme to the record? And is it by accident?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say it's by accident. It's all kind of, I think every sort of song that's on the album is kind of like, well, there's, beneath the lies there is always the truth, and there's, that's what it's kind of dragging out. The next video, The Dark, The Resilient, which will probably be out before Christmas, that's kind of like when I wrote the words for that, that's more about sort of an accident that happens, and it's the lyrics are written in 2 viewpoints almost. You've got one where it's the victim, and then the second verse is about the perpetrator, and how they kind of deny what they've done has happened, etc. And we've got some we've got some really good footage for that really works quite well, you know. And it's the sort of that honesty thing of like, you know, are you going to own up to it? Are you going to accept responsibility for your actions? Or are you going to pretend that it didn't happen? So, you know, quite looking forward to that one, but that's just being edited at the moment.
Cool. Do you guys have the same production team for all the music videos?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, no, that concept reminds me of my provincial government.
Right. Yeah.
Not to get too terribly political here or anything.
No. We don't want to go down that route.
No, let's not do that. Very cool. How's the reception been from the record? Because it's been out for about a year now. Normally, you would have been
really good. It's been really good. I mean, it's obviously releasing an album in a global pandemic was always, you know, there's a number. Anybody who released an album last year, it's uncharted territory for everybody. But the reviews and you know, the feedback that we've had has been excellent. It's definitely our most popular album to date, and I think it's probably the best sounding one as well. You know, it all kind of clicked, which was surprising given that, you know, the short time scale that we had to sort of pull it together and write everything, because obviously we were doing other things at the same time, you know. So it was like, well, we've got this project going on at the side, and then we're also out playing live and you know, touring the other albums that we've got out. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the reviews and just the general people's perception of it has been good.
Yeah. Normally, this far in, you'd probably be done with your tour cycle, moving into the next release. But
yeah,
obviously, it's been a little bit different. How have you guys treated this album cycle?
Well, we just, I mean, obviously, there's like, you know, 4 videos done already for it. So normally we wouldn't do as many videos, and we'd have played more live shows. But we've only actually done 3 shows so far since it's been released, which was last weekend. We got the chance to play in Scotland for 3 dates. So you know, from now on, really, we're just going to have to promote it. I think we'll probably have another release out by the time, you know, we've finished promoting this album. It definitely needs sort of a year's worth of live performances before we release another album. But we've got plans for a sort of another release to come out probably early next year. I think we're just waiting for schedules. You know, everything's a bit messed up in the industry at the moment in terms of pressing, etc. So it depends where it's in the back labels scheduled to come out.
Okay,
that's like the live show from Bloodstock in 2019. So that's like a CD and DVD double package.
Ooh. Everybody can stay in touch regarding that live DVD double package by going to solitary.org.uk.
Yep.
There you can click on anything you want to click on that satisfies you. And then as well, in today's show notes, we've got Spawn of Hate music video, Catharsis music video, I Will Not Tolerate music video, and Abominate lyric video.
Yep.
And then, Rich, you'd mentioned somewhere in there, maybe by the time this airs, hopefully, another video we might be able to post in the show notes as well.
Yes, I would hope so. Yeah, hope so. It just depends on, you know, sort of a release, where it fits in with everything else that Metalville have got going on. You know, so we'll get the video all queued up and ready to go, and then we've got to fit in with their PR campaigns, etc.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely sweet. So we were able to play some shows. That's exciting. We also chatted at the beginning with some of the things that have just kind of gone on the rise globally, coping with anxiety, battling homelessness, that sort of thing. And I know it's a tough time, but if you can, do reach out wherever you can for help, because it's important, it's crucial, and as maybe it doesn't seem like there's a way out right now, but we need you, whoever you are, more than likely.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Rich, thank you so much for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast today and exposing the truth behind the lies.
Thanks, John. Nice to speak to you as always.